If there is anybody on this YouTube app that does not waste time, it is me. I'm going to tell you why appointment setting exists in 2026 and why you can capitalize on this now to change your situation. Let's get straight into this, bruh. Why appointment setting exists in 2026, right? And it's not exactly what you think. This is how businesses used to get clients. Right? They'd cold call, they'd have people knocking on your door, referrals. The thing is, it's not 2020 feckin' zero. It's not 2000 anymore. It's not 1999. It's 2026. Things have evolved and times have changed since this. Cold calling, it still happens. Walk-ins, it's outdated. And referrals, you need to have a better lead flow in your business rather than just waiting on people to say, yeah, he did a good job. Go on, Mary. You should try out James as well, right? There's more to business online these days, and especially if you're trying to scale a big business into big numbers and figures, right? So this is where everything moved online. In 2026, right? People have social media. We've got content now, and this is where it all changes. Why? Because we are in the attention age, right? Let's look at people like Tristan Tate, for example, right? He's got 1.9 million followers, right? He posts content, people DM him, and he might even run ads too. And this is to get more people looking at these businesses. But what happens when all these DMs come in, all this content is performing, and your social media is booming? You now have attention. But attention does not equal clients, and likes don't equal revenue. So with all these comments and likes and all coming in, they don't know how to turn attention into sales. And this is where you come in. Without a solution to all this attention, there's so much money lost. When people DM you, there's no follow-ups. Hey, just wanted to follow up on our chat. Let me know if you're still interested, right? We need somebody to be on this. Again, missed leads, missed call from a lead, and slow replies. If you're slow at replying, the lead's going to go and find the next best thing. He's not going to wait around for you all day just because you didn't have time to get back to him. So money is lost when there isn't speed and there isn't efficiency. Again, too many leads, no systems. All these online influencers, like Tristan Tate, like anybody that you can think of that you're seeing online, they've got DMs everywhere, right? No structure and no tracking. Somebody's looking to get started with them. Like, they can't be on their phone 24/7. So how do they expect to have clients coming in 24/7 and to have people engaging with them? Because in order for them to actually buy their product, they need to engage with them. They need to be interacted with, and they need to feel heard. So how is this done? Appointment setters. Appointment setters like you or like me respond to the leads, they qualify the leads, and they book them onto a call. Now, what does this do? It completely removes the need for anyone else, right? You are now saving the business owner time, you're saving the business owner thousands in revenue, and you're also bringing them in more clients. This is a win-win situation. How online businesses make money. People like Andrew Tate, they post content. People DM him. An appointment setter pitches a call, and then a closer closes it, right? So as you can see, the top of the funnel is the setter. The setter is the first person to engage. Then it's the closer, another skilled, trained rep. Then it's the sale. You buy Andrew Tate's War Room, and then you need to be fulfilled. And this is the process. You first engage with a setter through Instagram DMs, then you're on with a closer on a closing call, and then you buy Andrew Tate's War Room, and then you need to be fulfilled. And that is how an online business makes money. That is how Andrew Tate makes money. That is how Brez Scales makes money. That is how Alex Eubank makes money. All of these big influencers make money by selling a high-ticket product. Let's break down the whole money thing a little bit even more easier for you, right? So Brez Scales, if you don't know Brez Scales, he is an offer owner and he sells a marketing mentorship. He teaches people how to make money online through marketing, right? Now let's say Brez Scales' offer is 8k euro, right? Let's say Bob, Brez Scales appointment setter, who is on Brez Scales' Instagram, books 150 calls that month. And out of those 150 calls, let's say 25 of those people buy Brez Scales' mentorship. That's 200k into Brez Scales' pocket. And an appointment setter gets 5% commissions on everything that the owner makes. So Brez makes 200k, Bob makes 10k. And Bob is a happy man. Why? Because he's making money from his phone, texting people on Instagram. Why are setters needed? If I haven't made this clear enough, this is what Brez Scales' Instagram will look like. All these messages from all these people. The appointment setter needs to respond to all these people, find out who's qualified, who has money, and get them on a call with a closer. The closer is then going to sell them. And Brez Scales has no time. He's got leads coming in 24/7, and he needs consistency. So if he's able to hire Bob, and Bob's able to make 10 grand a month sending messages from his phone in his bed if he wants to, it's a win-win for everybody. For everybody. And that's not we haven't even taken into consideration yet that the closer, he gets 10% of the sale. So he actually made 20 grand of that 200k, and Bob made 10 grand. And these are all trained sales reps. Why is appointment setting beginner friendly? Because you don't have the product, right? You're not running ads. You don't need the following. All you need is a laptop, a phone, maybe a pen and paper if you want to be good, but all you need is a Wi-Fi connection, a phone, and a brain on your head. And a bit of hard work, because this is an overnight success. But this is something that can lead you into Bob's position, making 5 figures a month from your phone and being wherever you want to be in the world. Why is this growing in 2026? More businesses equals more attention equals more demand. The global e-learning market is experiencing massive growth, valued at approximately 352 to 439 billion in 2025. This is projected to exceed 1 trillion in 2032. You need to get onto this bandwagon now. If you can be a skilled train rep in the next 2 to 3 years, you will never be out of work, and you can make money from anywhere in the world on your phone, right? Appointment setting, high ticket sales closing, anything got to do with high ticket sales, it is now booming. It is now booming, and it's only going to keep growing and growing and growing as more people are leveraging away from the 9 to 5, the traditional life, and they want more freedom, they want more income, and they want more time to themselves. How do you do this in any better way than to do it like this? Appointment setting, closing, making content online. If you want, you don't have to, but this is the route to freedom, right? And I'm going to give you an explanation as to my journey. I started off as an appointment setter, and I was doing it, as you can see here, while I was in a building site, right? Coming from then, now I make, as you can see here, this is last month, I made 20,000 USD last month. After learning this skill, I've went on to build my own community. Here's a couple of the guys from one of the little trips we had, right? But as you can see there, there's me, the big BFG in the middle, right? But you meet people that also want freedom, right? I went from being on site to now living fully remotely wherever I want in the world and having financial freedom. And this came from learning this skill. This skill is granting people with freedom, with way more money than they ever could imagined every day. Why are you not next, right? As I said, I learned this on the building sites. I actually got my first job while I was on the sites, made money, quit my job, and it was everything just exceeded from there. Appointment setting in 2026 is the way out. If you're not happy in your job, if you're not happy in your situation, if you're not happy in your life right now. I know that it can get hard, and I know how life is these days, but one thing I would tell you, if you are young and you want more and you know you're capable of more, do not sleep on high ticket sales in 2026.